Question 1. What is the mystery of life beyond death? Answer. Life beyond death is a chronological inquiry of different spiritual aspirants from the time memorial. This is a very mysterious question, and this interests to each one of us very deeply. However, answers to such questions are never satisfying, and one moves round and tries to seek their answers in different dimensions to satisfy the inborn curiosity. From birth onwards, life is manifested, and death is an event which extinguishes life, name and form of an individual, as soon as body becomes breathless. After the death occurs, nothing remains. Jivatma or soul becomes the part of the unmanifested regime, and a physical body gets dissolved in 5 basic elements it is composed of. Prior to knowing death, one must understand life, because before death there was life. So, death is the continuation of life in other dimensions with different regimes. As soon as life manifests from birth, it travels with name and form. Our birth is the effect of our parents, but from where we have come before we born is the cause. Before we were born, we were part of an unmanifested regime without form and name as light or soul. The same exists after death, when we become a part of the unmanifested regime again. In between the two unmanifested regimes there is a manifestation of life with name and form for a certain period, where we exist and try to gain knowledge of life beyond death along with other mysteries. Life is the linkage with infinite manifestation of the God, and death is the linkage with the infinite mother of the soul. The mysterious secret beyond life is the spirit that enters as our soul when life starts manifesting as the effect of the universal cause through the media of the couple, the parents. Life originated from the unmanifested universe, so life is both Chaitanya, the consciousness, and Jada, the static. This is being the dualistic possibilities. So being in the physical form, one needs to worship both manifested and unmanifested Brahman, that is both Maya or illusion and the Almighty. The body or form exists, so the soul remains in it. It means that life revolves around the soul, and soul is the light from the unknown. It is dialectrically opposite to the materials, the physical beings. Thus, it is absolutely essential to know the mystery of the soul, to know the secret of life, the secret of death and life beyond death. The secret of the soul can only be realized in Samadhi. No one can know the mystery of soul unless he merges in the supernal. So, without entering into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the secret of soul, the mystery of life and death will remain only an unresolved puzzle without any convincing solution. The further dilemma is, the moment one knows this mystery, then the soul does not want to stay in the body or form. Soul refuses to get identified. An unknown part of the soul cannot be known, and if it is known, it cannot be communicated. Hence this mystery remains a mystery before the world. Only the subject knows it as Anubhuti and one, and only that one knows who establishes himself with the supernal being in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, but refuses to discuss the mystery, as it cannot be expressed in words. It is beyond expression, so remains dormant from the time memorials. Knowing this mystery, the soul cannot remain in the mortal world and leaves the form by his wish. Life coexistence is a mystery with the cause of the universe, and it exists between mixed and apparent truth. The illusion of life is the gap between these truths, and this is filled with cognitive knowledge. This is itself a maya or illusion. The further dilemma to this is that the mind thinks illusion as realization and realization as illusion. The world exists with fundamental ignorance. The manifested reality in the world is just transitory. This is bound by time, space and causation. It is transitory, it disappears as illusion. The one that is the soul remains as the permanent identity, the replica or image of God, which is above illusion or maya. Esteemed soul is beyond death, and it is unaware of transitory knowledge or nature. Death takes out all elements of the body, breath is suspended during death, senses lose their energy, heart stops, all major organs become dysfunctional at the time of death, and soul leaves the body. Under these conditions, only the cognitive knowledge of the mind remains or exists, and the soul remains just in the background. The soul is the deity or idol of the body temple. We, the ignorant being, only conduct the rituals in the temple, but never go to the soul deity residing in the body or temple that illuminates the complete system and makes it functional. This idol, the soul, is the power of eternity in us. It is the source of fundamental knowledge. Human beings exhibit fundamental ignorance, revolves around birth, death, and considers illusion the maya as the reality. One revolves around jiva, self and mind, considering all these as the cause of creation. This is the fundamental ignorance of the human being. Self or ego is a false light. Jiva does not give knowledge. This ignorance is itself avidya or agyana. However, both jnana or knowledge and agyana or ignorance are closely related. Ajnana is a relative ignorance, and jnana or knowledge does not give realization. By this worldly or mundane knowledge one cannot reach God. Only by silence, which is the abode of God, can give real knowledge and can bring us near to the Almighty. Only silence can lessen the burden of ignorance. Death is the world of silence that is unmanifested, the abode of spirit. Life is full of ignorance. Some knowledge of this world is like having squint eyes, and ignorance is like having blind eyes. One is needed to charge his spirit and required to go beyond every mundane thing. Journey to skyness, that is to be in the abode of silence, as well surrender of mind and egoism, are the only paths to be with the Almighty. The world does not allow us to approach silence by its worldly activities. Aum is the only symbol of silence, and it is the holiest word. It is the manifestation of supernal, and it is the symbol of fundamental silence. By chanting Svada Aum, one gets tranquility in 72,000 nadis and 73 crores, 730 millions, of the body cells. Avdha Aum gives the knowledge of silence before birth and after death. The linkage of the soul in this life is nothing but the linkage of silence being in this body. One must not be scared of death. Death is the natural corollary of evolution. Life is just like a bubble, its existence is transitory. It is not permanent. One can live a maximum of around 1,000 months. In between birth and death, that is in between two eternities, life is just a bubble, the manifested balloon. The one that cannot be known is permanent, is the soul. The purpose of life is to know, which we cannot see, that is permanent. To see or feel or visualize the permanence of life is the purpose of life. One can enter its premises to be with it. The secret of life is eternity, to be with the unmanifest, the Almighty. To approach unmanifest, the soul light, through the manifest, the Maya or illusion is the sole purpose of our existence. Beyond form or body it is unmanifest, the abode of silence. The soul is not born, but entered our body and manifested it by 5 elements. The soul has occupied the premises of the body as light, as the part of unmanifest, the Almighty. To know this, to be with this, is the only purpose of life, and once it is known, the death and life beyond death will not remain a mystery.